Hi friends, this is my database 7th experiment. The 7th experiment is, the concept of 7th experiment is triggering. The concept of 7th experiment is triggering. First question is, create a trigger to prevent the same car booked by the customer at the same date. For triggering is nothing but it used to trigger all the fields, that is all the rows in your table. To trigger, there is a syntax: create or replace trigger name, any name you can give, and before, there is two things, before and after. If you mention before the query is being run, it will trigger. If you give after the query has been executed, it will trigger. Here I have given before. Insert on car booking, that is I am inserting a data in the car booking table. For each row is a syntax, that is for each row it will trigger. Next, when new booking date is equal to old booking date, that is the booking date which is entered by the customer is equal to the old booking date, and the new customer ID is equal to old customer ID, you have to display that car is already booked. It will trigger, it will check for every number of times in the row. Next one is raise application error if the customer is not a member. Here I have created a trigger, insert or update on car booking, that is I am inserting or updating in the car booking table. I have given before, so before it will trigger for each row when new customer ID is less than or greater than old customer ID. It will raise an application error, that is 20,000 times it will display you are not a member, kindly get access from the admin. It will display. My next question is, create a trigger to update the price details whenever a new car is added. I am creating a trigger. I am used after here, that is after inserting it will trigger. Insert on car details for each and every row. Insert into price details, that is a newly entered data. The data of the car will be entered into the table. For that, into the price details I am entering all the new data, that is car ID, car type, base price and its values I am entering. Next one is, create a trigger to delete the record in the car details table. Corresponding row has been removed from the price detail table. Here I have created a trigger. I am deleting on the car details table, that is after deleting it will trigger. For each row, begin delete from price details where car ID is equals to old car ID. When these two car IDs are equal, it deletes from the price detail table and will display the output that entry is being deleted. My next question is, create a trigger that will inform you to update the price at the last date of the month. That is, last date of the month, it has to update the price of each car. See here, created a trigger and I am updating in the price detail table for each row when system date is equals to last date of the system. System date is nothing but the current date. Last date of the current date will be checked with the system date. Next, last date it will passing, that is it is passing the value. If so, it will display that update the price detail table. Next question is, create a trigger that will display the number of booking when new bookings are added. Create or replace trigger where trigger 8 after insert a car. I am inserting in the car booking table for each row and I am declaring a number. In begin, I am doing select count. I am counting the number, counting it and storing it to the number which I have been declared here from car booking table. Then I have displayed the number here. My next question is, disable the above created trigger. I am disabling it. For that, alter trigger name, and you have to give disable so that trigger is being altered. My next one is, drop the last created trigger, that is the last trigger has been dropped. For that I have mentioned here drop trigger and the trigger name so that the trigger will be dropped. Next one, create the count of each car being booked. That is, I am creating a trigger after I am inserting the car booking. For each row, declare, I am declaring the number and its data type is number. Both num and the ID data type is number. I am written a query here, select car ID, counting it. I am counting and it is inserting into the ID which is mentioned declared here using into function. Num from car booking table, and I am grouping the car ID together. So in the output I am displaying ID or the number, so that it will display the count of each car that is being booked. This is my 7th experiment. Thank you.